This is Paula Williams from ABCI, and I'm here with Jim Gorman at Gorman 360, and we are at the nbaa 2011 convention, and we're just here talking about some of the things that we've seen so far this year. So what innovative advertising have you seen so far this year, Jim?
The thing that is a simple thing, but that I'm really impressed with is the number of companies that have taken advantage of the smartphone app to put little banners on there. It's an innovation this year. I mean, even to have the smartphone app, I think is just a brilliant piece of marketing for nbaa. It seems a lot easier. I think companies taking advantage of that digital technology you're starting to see more of is still something that I think is pretty foreign to most aviation companies to really embrace digital technology, though we're starting to move into that, starting to see more companies that are developing apps. Though even that, I think, is still in a very basic state. And there is so much potential, especially when we're talking about big budget purchases, to have apps that can form a conduit between the company and potential and existing customers. So I'm hoping to see a lot more of that.
Oh, absolutely. I know this is the first year that nbaa has had an app, and I think it's great because it's showing that aviation people are interested in doing those types of technology.
Well, we all are in the same boat together, whether we're aviation people or not. We're finding ourselves immersed in it, sometimes reluctantly, sometimes we embrace it. But there really is not any difference between the kinds of people that buy aircraft and aviation products and the kinds of people that buy everything else. A lot of aviation companies still don't understand the value of social media, or they think it's for kids.
Oh, yeah.
They think it's for kids, and they think my market is not interested in that. And they don't realize, for example, the fastest growing segment on Facebook is females 55 to 65.
Exactly. That's something else.
And that's a challenge for you, too. I'm sure you convince your clients that this is something that's relevant to them.
Oh, absolutely. That's always a challenge. But, so tell us a little bit about Gorman 360 while you're here.
Well, I'm kind of literally living the dream. This is something I want to do all my life. I've been in advertising for over 30 years, worked for big agencies. I was executive creative director on Chevy cars and trucks and the U.S. Postal Service. But I've been in aviation nuts since my fighter pilot uncle let me sit in the cockpit of his fighter when I was about 3 years old. And I've been an aircraft owner and pilot for almost 20 years, a commercial pilot, and I have just a simple little beach sundowner.
Oh, that's excellent.
And so for about the past 10 years, I've been migrating my career away from the big agency to making aviation advertising and marketing my full-time passion. So I finally made the break in February of this year, and it's been very exciting. I'm working with Piper Aircraft, I'm working with Jet Support Services, JSSI, Flying Magazine. I've been doing all the marketing for flying for several years now. Gore Design in San Antonio, Greenwich Aero. So it's been a great reception. I sort of position myself as being the alternative to an advertising agency, as a marketing consultant, brand strategist, creative resource, working with aviation businesses who don't really need an advertising agency.
Right.
That's great. The opportunities are great. I think the show is very encouraging. I hear really good things. People say that they're doing a lot better than they were last year. There's a lot more traffic. I think we're seeing a lot more optimism. I think that's actually evidenced just by the number of exhibitors here, by the size of the displays. I think it's going to be some good things coming this year for aviation.
Excellent. Well, that's great, and it's really good for you to, I think, to be representing that, because there's a lot of folks, I think, in aviation especially, that want aviation quality or want agency quality, but they don't want that agency overhead.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah.
And I say you really don't need to pay for secretaries and copy machines and
coffee pots.
coffee pots.
All that
because
stuff.
an advertising agency is really just a group of people who think.
Yeah.
So you need a few people who think about your business, understand your business, and you don't need to pay for people that don't understand it or aren't involved. And that's been getting a really good response. So, very excited.
Well, thanks, Jim.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Have a great show.
Yeah,
Great
you
rest
too.
of the show. All
Thanks
right.
very much.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.